Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. The sports fans are all nestled beside the 2K Sports broadcast as we bring you visions of NBA action this fine Christmas Eve. Ho, 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 ho. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. After this game, the Kings head back out on the road, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm, absolutely off the charts.
And the great atmosphere. You know, the fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it does come full circle. But their energy, I truly believe, is lifting this team to even greater heights.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Marion, he's in at point guard. Hood out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. Now here's Gay. After the miss from Andre Drummond. That's good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. It's taken away by Collison. He kicks it to Cousins. Morris with the rebound. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
The Kings shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Hardaway hits them both. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, when George Karl and I were able to chat a moment ago, he told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks for thinking about their defense right off the bat here.
Yeah, great thought, really, to have coming out of the locker room. Worry about making stops first and foremost. Let the offense take care of itself.
Yeah, I agree somewhat, but at some point you've got to do some work offensively as well. They can't rely on defense alone.
Cousins, and he banks in the layup. Cousins has got his first points of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Fades and shoots. They get it back. Here's Marion, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And Marion drops them both. Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Screen by Cousins. Collison kicks to Cousins. Pass to Bass. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Collison with it, and it's Marion picking him up. Collison against Marion. Marion with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Marion, nobody back. And the rebound goes to Collison.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
That's good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pistons trail by 3. Dishes it to Hood. Drummond with a screen on Hardaway. Here's a Monatides, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Sounds good. Hit. Shooting
Detroit leading by 4. Rudy Gay is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Caspi, and it's Hardaway in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against Houston.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
The dish to Robertson. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Hardaway.
You know, once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
No doubt. He is a threat from anywhere.
Back to Marion. Passes it to Jackson. Here's a Monatides, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Hardaway with the steal. Here's Robertson, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Casper. Fires for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Drummond sets the screen for Marion. Outside Jackson. Lots of room. Again, the Pistons score.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors was just phenomenal. He ended with 26 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint him.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
The shot misses. Now